Hi, boys and girls. It's time for another math thought. Okay, today what we're going to do is we're just going to review what we know. Okay, first we'll do our coins. When I point to a coin, tell me its name. What is this? It's a penny. How much is a penny worth? 1 cent. Very good. What's this? It's a nickel. Now, how much is a nickel worth? 5 cents, right. What's this? 1 dime. It's a dime. How much is a dime worth? 10 cents, right. What is this? It's a quarter. How much is a quarter worth? 25 cents, right. And what is this? That's a $50. How much is a $50 worth? 50 cents. And last but not least, what is this? $1. And how much is a dollar worth? $1, right. Okay, so we've got our coins down. We're gonna do it speedy quick this time, okay? I'm gonna point to it. You're gonna tell me what it is before I tell you, all right? So let's do it this way. I'll say something like a quarter is worth, and you'll tell me, okay? Ready? Let's start with a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. A nickel is worth 5 cents. Are you beating me? I hope you are. A $50 is worth 50 cents. A penny is worth 1 cent. A dollar is worth 100 cents or a dollar. Right. Very good. We're going to move on to our facts, okay? First fact. How many ounces are in a pound? How many ounces are in a pound? 16 ounces. Did you get that right? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. 16 ounces is 1 pound. Now, here's a question for you. How many is a dozen? How many is a dozen? Did you say 12? That's right. So anytime your mom gets eggs from the store, there are 1 dozen. 1 dozen is 12. 12 eggs. All right. Next question. How many ounces are in a cup? This one might be tricky. We haven't gone over this for a couple weeks. How many ounces are in a cup? Did you say 8? Then you're correct. If you got that one right, give yourself a pat on the back because that one was hard. 8 ounces are in a cup. How many cups are in a pint? How many cups are in a pint? 2. How many pints are in a quart? How many pints are in a quart? 2. And how many quarts are in a gallon? How many quarts are in a gallon? 4. Boys and girls, what's this? Dollar sign. And what's this? A cent sign. Okay, this is still a lot of review, but hang with me. What does AM mean? When you're looking at a clock, what does AM mean? AM means morning. Very good. And what does PM mean? Evening or afternoon. Good job. We're getting through our list. Digit means number. Now here's a question for you. How many seconds are there in 1 minute? Did you say 60? Then you're right. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. How many minutes are there in an hour? 60 again. 60 minutes in 1 hour. How many hours are there in a day? How many hours are there in a day? 24. How many days are there in a week? You should know that one. There are 7 days in a week. Let's say our days together. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Very good. There are 7 days in a week. How many months are there in a year? There are 12 months in a year. Do you remember our months? Can we say them together? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I bet you got those with me. Good job. How many days are there in a normal month? How many days in a month? 30 or 31? Good. How many days are there in a year? This one might be tricky. How many days are there in a year? 365. Can you say that with me? There are 365 days in a year. Last question. Now this one is definitely tricky. How many weeks are there in a year? How many weeks are there in a year? Did you say 52? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Good job, 52. There are 52 weeks in a year. Well, boys and girls, you're doing so well at reviewing. We're gonna take a time and we're gonna review some times on our clock. Okay, here we go. Now, what time is this? What time is this? Did you say 8 o'clock? It's 8 o'clock. Now, how do we know that? The small hand is what hand? The small hand points to the hour, and the big hand points to the minute. Very good. Our hour hand is pointing at the 8, and our minute hand is pointing toward the 12. Anytime our minute hand points to the 12, we know that on the clock it stands for 00, or the beginning of a new hour. Let's try another time. What time is this? 10 o'clock. Very good. And this? 11 o'clock. Now it's going to get tricky. What time is it now? Did you get it? We know that it is 11:15 because the time, the hour hand is pointing past the 11, but not to the 12 yet. And the minute hand is pointing to the 3. Now remember, every big number stands for 5 minutes. Let's count it together. 5, 10, 15. Very good. Well, we are going to have a video soon all about time. But for now, I want you to practice. Do you have a clock in your house? Maybe you could look at it. And a couple times during the day, you could write down the right time and tell me what time it is. Have a good time doing that, okay? We'll see you soon.